Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. You're watching the Beaver Bunch. I'm Lori, and this week we are talking about sex. Sex. We're talking about sex. And I'm not wearing pants. In honor of Sex Week, I'm not wearing pants to make my video. Uh, kind of like every week. But anyway. I am a nurse, so I should have something important or credible to say about this. Get yourself educated in whatever way that you can from a source that is credible. Health books, pamphlets, even even government websites even have some really good information, like the CDC, the Center of Disease Control, and a lot of health departments. They have a lot of really good resources. So if you're not getting what you need to make sure that you have current information. You need to make sure that you're just getting the right information, and you can talk to specialists and doctors. That's your first thing that you should be doing. First and foremost, if you are a female, and I believe too, and this is just what I understand. If you are transgender and you are female to male, you still should be seeing a gynecologist. And I know that that might go against how you identify, but you still can have physical problems that are specific to being female. You still need to be safe. And I think because I love my trans guys, like I wouldn't want something to go unlooked just because you don't go for that reason. But you should be going to your gynecologist. You should, like Jess said, you should be getting tested every 6 months at least, or with new partners. With each new partner, you should get tested, or before you have sex with a new partner. Like, that's a good time to get tested, and you need to be open talking about safe sex with someone that you plan to have sex with. If you're able, like if you're in a relationship, you should talk about previous partners, like as far as if you have any worries, or if you were with someone that had STI. It's a sexually transmitted infection. It's not considered an STD anymore, although people still say it. Most are infections. They can be treated, and there are many, many treatments, and those are things that I know a lot about just as being a nurse. STIs, it can affect anyone, male, female, gay, straight. No one is immune unless you're abstinent, which I know that no one really supports abstinence only education, but the truth still exists that if you're not having sex, you're not going to be getting STIs. Anytime when there is an exchange of fluids, that can bring forth an infection. That's health, that's science. Um, so, we're talking oral, we're talking any type of contact of genitals. Uh, I feel like I feel like I'm still in nurse mode, which is kind of funny because I don't know. Another thing is being sober is safe sex. You don't make as bad of decisions, or you have your inhibitions still when you are sober. You don't go home with randoms as often, and hopefully if you're sober, you should know who you're having sex with. You should be cognizant of what you're doing, and you should just be cautious. And I don't think that you should be fearful during sex. That's why it's important to be tested and to hopefully know that the person that you're about to have sex with has been tested, because like I said, no one is immune, and that's why you need to use these safe sex things. Dental dams, that's like a lesbian condom pretty much. You put it over there if you're doing cunnilingus. Somebody want to know where a dental dam came from, and they actually use it as in dentistry. When they're putting in fillings and things, like they isolate the teeth with the dental dam, so that's where it came from. You can make it from a condom, as Jess showed, or you can actually buy dental dams from some sex stores. And you should also know that when you're using condoms, and this goes for gay or straight, whatever fluids you're dealing with, when you're using condoms, you can only use them with water-based lubricants. If you're using a lubricant, it has to be water-based. If you use silicone or oil-based, it actually it makes the surface porous of the prophylactic, which is the condom or dental dam. And you can also see this if you're really bored. If you blow up a condom like a balloon, and then if you rub baby oil on it, just straight up baby oil, which I guess some people use for lubricant, I don't know. But it pops, the whole thing pops. And so that could be like babies, or that could be an infection waiting to happen, and it can travel through the barrier, which is no longer barrier proof. Barrier. It's no longer barrier like or esque. Or being monogamous. I mean, that's always something. So if you're tested before a partner, or you're tested after a partner, you know that you don't have an infection. It makes it a little bit less concerning. But just really stay on top of your body, know the symptoms. If you're seeing some itching or some different like redness or burning when you pee, or when you or if you see some kind of rash, or if you're having some kind of strange colored discharge. Oh my God, I'm such a nurse right now. I have a hard time even saying this. I'm trying not to even think about it because I just want to get you the information. It's important. Know your body, know when it changes. I think that's big. And you know, a lot of times women can have yeast infections or urinary tract infections. So you should urinate before you have sex. That decreases the instances of urinary tract infections, as well as after sex too. And you want to make sure that you're clean. You want to use unscented soap when you're cleaning yourself, and that will, because you don't want to use abrasive cleaners, because it can actually change like the natural environment of your vagina. And this is so funny. Oh dear. Okay, so safe sex, you got to do it. It's such a preventable infection. It's like washing your hands. Like you should wash your hands before and after you do things that you use your hands for. You should do the same thing. And I always say, for toys, yes, use condoms on your toys if you're using them on partners. Change the condom between partners. If it's a dildo, you can put in the dishwasher sometimes, or if you are using glass, be careful for one. But it can be steamed on I believe in a pot, right? Yeah. And those are all my safe sex tips. I know I'm forgetting some things. I'm very sorry, but just be safe so that you can have fun. But just know that you you know, nobody's gonna want to buy the cow if the milk is free. So just keep that in mind. Protect your carnal treasure, okay? That is the bottom line. And that comes from me, my maternal side. I just want you to be safe and stay healthy so that you can enjoy your sex.